What you doing, bird? Rabbit? Ooh, bird. Bird. Oh, hey, bird. Hey, bird. Ooh, what doing, bird? Hey, Sophie. Hey, hey. Welcome to Stifled Burpcast with Bowdy and Miss Sophie. Don't think I've ever eaten a burrito quicker. Nice though. Ahoy! Ahoy, hoy! Hey, chums! Welcome in. Sorry we're late. Sorry we're late. Oh, what are we doing? Other than hanging on when it's windy, it's still quite windy. Well, that was fulfilling. That was my first burrito from my local burrito shop in 2 years, and it's pretty great. It was pretty great. Just, I am both filled and fulfilled with burrito. What was in the burrito? Almost everything. Tofu, obviously, because I is veggie in it. But everything else. Both types of rice, both types of beans, veg, cheese, mayonnaise, hot sauce. My favourite sort of burrito, massive. That is my favourite style of burrito. You know what I mean? Just huge. So I had that in a tinner pot. And the female went, "Oh, you aren't going to want lunch tonight then?" It's like, probably still going to want lunch. What you doing, bird? Bird, you still need a bath, you know. Hello. Hey, hey. Yeah, burrito was great. The hot sauce is making my nose run slightly. Yeah, my local burrito place still has the power. Oh bird, why you windy, bird? Hey, hey, afternoon everybody. Here we all are. As I say, sorry about being slightly late. Deliveroo's expectations were a little bit off. It is a little bit windy, yeah, it's a little bit brisk. Nothing like as bad as it's been, but it's been super windy. Now I think it's just windy. There is a new wild. I don't know whether you can hear him, but there is a new wild. And his honking is unsure and a bit needy. The wild does have opinions, yeah. I think he's currently in the notice me senpai stage of being a wild. Hello, here we all are. Look. We've got a tiny bit. Oh no, we've got a bumble. Not quite bumble. Not quite. We're thinking about it though, aren't we? I mean, I wouldn't blame. Oh, when it blows, mate. Oh, bird. 80%, yeah, 80% bumble. Yeah, that is, it's 80% and rising bumble. Had an unfortunate Biscoff incident. Would you like to share your unfortunate Biscoff incident with the rest of us, or is it so unfortunate you might not want to? Is it one of those unfortunate Biscoff accidents that that sort of like lead you to go, actually, this is all right. This is quite nice. This is the thing I could repeat. The catching was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, hey you. Afternoon. See, finished broth. Yeah, we have a broth. I think broths are in at the moment. I think broths are so hot right now. Just, what do you reckon? There's Biscoff everywhere. Hello. It's a bit like you shouldn't catch a falling blade. It's one of those things. Just like if you've dropped something that's going to be a disaster, just you're caught in the disaster, aren't you? She's filling her boots there. She's very carefully picking out the last bits of mealworm. Stiletto, yes. Biscoff everywhere. Well, it defines everywhere. Like Biscoff on the ceiling is a problem, because then you've got to get a step ladder out and sort of like do the whole thing. But should have seen that one coming, but I didn't. I was too busy miming licking my ceiling, so yeah, that's up to the elbow. What doing, bird? Direct hit. Yeah, well, she's certainly got the side of the hand, but only with a tiny little bubble. So I'm just gonna be really classy and scrape it off like that, and we're good to go. Smooth, mate. Oh, back down here on crouch cam. There we are. Got a piece of toast on my foot. What? If you're going to catch it with your foot, what you need to do is hacky sack it back up into your hand. Just go. Get on my level. Sort of thing. Yeah. You have to be able to style it out. Otherwise, you just Hey, hi. Hi, Cephaly. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. We apologise for being 10 minutes late, because I had to shotgun a gigantic burrito before I came on. So I'm going to try to do this. Burp. So nobody gets like too grossed out, because I have just absolutely hammered down a gigantic burrito and a can of Coke. So I apologise in advance. Hi, sexy. Oh, are you not attractive? Would it be a burrow if it's huge? Yeah, isn't ito a suffix for tiny things? Because this was not a tiny thing. This was gigantic. Thank you, Charm. This is really weird. Your on-screen name. Your on-screen name triggers my stammer really badly. So I apologise for not being able to say your name out loud on the stream, but Chum, I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's terrible. Whenever it scrolls past, I can feel my throat tighten. It's got too many like vowels at the start of it for me to be able to say it out loud, and it really winds me up. I hate it. I hate not being able to say words. Sorry, if you didn't, if I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I have a stammer, I have a speech impediment, and there are some shapes of words that I can't say out loud without doing like a really weird breathing exercise. And unfortunately, that is one of the. No, you. H is the same thing, and unfortunately, sorry. Please don't. I think it's settled down all around, isn't it? No, the seed ball thing is moderately triggering in the middle of it, but But yeah, crunchy balls. Did I miss a question? Hang on. Yeah, hey, no problem. Leos, no problem, seriously. I'm open about it. I'm open about having a speech impediment because it's, a thing I've had all my life sort of thing. So you don't have to worry about questions. Totally cool. And you, that Scottish line? Jejune platoon upon the moon. Aye. What? So Sophie is going through a bit of a sod it, I'm going inside phase at the moment. Also like the Scottish line, purple burglar alarm, which is incredibly difficult to say in a Scottish accent. I gather it's one of the things Scottish people have really difficulty pronouncing. Purple burglar alarm. So as I was saying, Sophie is going through a bit of a sod it, I'm going inside phase the last couple of days because it's been windy and cold. So quite often she's just gone that sort of like, what am I doing out here? You really trip David up. That's not fair. That's bad form. Purple burglar alarm. Again, Rhino asks, Ace. Isn't it? It's cold and windy, and Sophie's not having any of it. So yeah, the last couple of days when you look out the kitchen window, you don't see Sophie because she's gone inside. She's gone. She's just gone, look, it's cold and windy, I'm sick of getting blown around, I'm just going to go indoors. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember Limmy going off on a big purple burglar alarm tangent. And it is difficult to say. It is awkward for me to say. I have to sort of like it deliberately. I have purple burglar alarm. I have to sort of like BBC it a bit. Alright. Look, bird, son, come over here. Look. And she does have self-heating perch. Yep. Her mobile self-heating perch. What do you reckon, bird? Should we go back out here? Where there's a tiny bit of sun occurring. Red lorry. Yeah, see? Red lorry, yellow lorry. Yeah, very difficult to say. Look, bird, it's better in the sun. Look. There is a Limmy gift for every. There is indeed a Limmy gift that every. Even that's all right. Isn't red lorry one of those things that you're supposed to say to like warm your voice up before you go on stage and that kind of thing? It's one of those sort of like vocal warm-up things. Two big bright blue bricks. This question gets wondered about determination of the bird is imprinted or otherwise unable to be released. Yeah, with imprints, you can normally tell if an imprint is going to be well, imprints tend to be from birth. It's that thing where it's in that old saying of like the first face they see when they come out when they hatch is what they attach to. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but not by a huge amount more complicated than that. The first sort of sounds and faces and shapes they see in their first week or so is what an animal joins up with, and animals that have been imprinted from birth in that way very rarely survive in the wild because they see humans and just go, oh yeah, I can get food from those, I'm just going to fly over. And most normal humans tend not to like that happening. We have a couple of injured wild birds in the aviary across the way from us, and which you can't really see. You can sort of see, but not really see. And but because they're injured wild birds, they're not into humans as. Yeah, that's it. With a big puppet and sheet, you can get you can have. Thank you. You can have specialised training and equipment so you don't imprint the bird. But not every sort of volunteer has those things. And in Sophie's case, the RSPCA volunteer that hand-fed her didn't have anything. It was just Sophie was sitting on her living room table and that kind of thing, So Sophie wouldn't make it in the wild, but she's very happy living with us, as you can see. Even if she's pretending to... Ah, you heard that. You definitely heard that. That must have been a weird week, yeah. I think if you volunteer with the RSPCA to have injured animals sent to you, I think you've got to be prepared for any animal to appear on your doorstep. Just like, oh, today it's magpie. Like next week it's hedgehog. Next week it's a squirrel. Next week it's that kind of thing. I think there's a mindset when you sign up for that service to be able to go, look, you do realise we're going to send you all sorts of weird stuff, right? I mean, How do you feel about hand feeding stoats? Like the other birds you're hearing in the background. The other birds you're hearing mostly are Rory and Con, our rescue rook and crow. Which again, rescue, rook, and crow is surprisingly difficult to say. I think you do have to be tough to do this sort of thing because a lot of the little wild animals are just not going to make it. You are going to strike out more times than you succeed, definitely. Should we go next door to see? And so on February 2nd you get a groundhog. And then on February the 2nd you get a groundhog. And then you know where that joke's going. You can tell where that joke's going. Groundhog Day. Wake up, see a shadow. Oh yeah, 6 more weeks. She's doing a noble today. She's just doing this is nice. The sun is a bit nice. The wind's a bit brisk, but so yeah, the other sounds you're hearing are a rook and a crow we have in another aviary that are keep hearing the same groundhog joke sometimes. Very strong, very strong. Somebody explained confirmation bias to me the other day, and now I'm seeing it everywhere. Kissy. Fish crow. Orp. What do you think, bird? I still think you could do with a bath, He says as he spends like 5 minutes jamming his nose in the feathers. Yeah. What'd you call me? Arp. You don't respond to fish crow. You don't speak fish crow. Arp. No. 5 baths, yeah. Yeah, she's due a bath. She is a little bit... You smell like bird and something else. You smell like a bird that needs a bath. That's what you smell like. She did have sometimes she does. Sometimes she'll just rest her beak against my nose. Oh yeah, this weekend, it's your crumbles. Get your Britannian crumbles out. But yeah, sometimes she will. She'll just rest her beak against my nose. There is a bake-off. Yeah, we're have we given up and we're calling it bake-off because I'm trying not to get sued by Endemol. But yeah, we have a baking competition on the Discord, and it's crumbles this week. There's all sorts of weird bird noises happening. I keep hearing like weird hawky cries as well. It's the legally distinct bake-off, yeah. Oh yeah, there we are. That is a sparrowhawk. That is 2 sparrowhawks. How am I going to be? Am I going to be able to film that? I don't think I'm going to be able to film it. Sophie knows. Sophie's just done a fear poo. We're larger than Sealand. Yes. Come with my Sandy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. You just did a. Yeah, I think you might have just done a little. Yeah. Oh, that was a complete. That was a direct hit. Yeah, she got me good. Larger than Sealand. I think, you know, it's the old like, what was it, Bill Hicks joke or something? It's just like people saying they're like the 8th largest army in the world. Like, yeah, after the first 3 largest armies in the world, there's quite a big drop off. It's just... Got me. Okay, now look, let me just. Oh, is it all gonna? Oh, why does magpie poo have to be so gross? Oh, my poor left hand. And my right hand, which is a lot more correct. Oh. Nice. See if we can go next door. Hang on, change cameras. Now she's doing magro biffs, so yeah, that's good. She's actually not that worried. So yeah, I can't zoom unfortunately because the Twitch iPhone client is trash. But I think I think Sealand is now like a data center thing, isn't it? So yeah, here we are, Rory and Con. They've got the voids. I like the way they're not worried about the sparrowhawk either. They're like, yeah, come on, do your best. Yeah, you do quite often get crows and jays and magpies. Quite often will sound an alarm. Like here in the UK, blackbirds are also really good at alarm shouters. They're one of those birds that if a blackbird does an alarm call, everyone obeys it. Everyone's like, whoa, Christ, like it, sort of thing. They were cause for concern. Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, blackbirds are thrushes, yeah. If I remember rightly, blackbirds are thrushes. They are in the thrush family. Bird, do you want to come back on the hand? She's got to promise not to poo on it again, okay? Do me a solid. Stop pooing on me. Okay, where we go? Change cameras. There we go. Starlings shan't constantly in a best ignored. Yeah. Yeah. Starlings have got a lot to say. Starlings have got a lot of starling business to do. And they're really good at doing starling business, but sometimes, settle down, starlings, settle down. Yeah, as if she promised to, she'd hold the promise for a couple of minutes. Maybe. Oh, that wind. Yeah, they do. They strip you bare. Starlings just turn up and just like, go. Oh. ADHD in bird form. Oh, yeah. The lone starling. I remember Wee Woo. I haven't seen Wee Woo for ages. I mean, I don't know how long starlings live for, but Wee Woo was lovely boy. He was a good boy. The wind is as cold as it looks. Yeah, it is. The old saying, it's a lazy wind. Like, it doesn't go around you, it just goes straight through you. It's not actually that cold out here, but when the wind blows, it is unwarm. Oh wow, Red Cut High Street has starlings. Eee, that sounds great, yeah. I imagine it's quite cheapy. Quite a noisy place. We have starlings in our garden. We have like 15, 20 starlings come into our garden because the houses behind us, like those houses there behind us, at least one of them has a starling nest in their loft and has had for years. So, excuse me. Firstly, fair dues to the neighbours for not getting rid of the starling nest and closing up the hole in their like loft, in their roof lining that lets them get in. But I mean, I assume they know. They can't not, surely. You can't live. You couldn't have a starling nest in your house and not know, surely. I mean, imagine how squeaky a nest of starlings is. Just there's no way they don't know. Yeah. Isn't it starlings one of the ones that loony who thought everything in Shakespeare needs to be released in America? Aren't starlings one of those birds? If I remember rightly, that's why starlings are about. It is, yeah, cool, tar. Yeah, I mean they're beautiful birds when you see them up close, and murmurations are incredible. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, there used to be a huge murmuration, bizarrely in a that took place over a shopping precinct here in the UK, in like our town. You could just park up in the car park, lie on the bonnet of your car, and just watch starlings murmurate overhead. Hell of a thing. She's gonna poo again. She's just pooed again. It seems my lot in life is to get shat on. Oh. So good. Why must it always be me? Oh, I'm running out of bits of tree to wipe my hands. Oh, gross. Thanks, bird. I appreciate you. I don't. A feathery tunnel. Shattered dream. Driving through a feathery tunnel. I'm not going to make a joke there. I am absolutely not. I am taking the high road and not making a feathery tunnel joke. Right. Now there's no popcorn in this pocket. What is in this pocket is the lolly stick. I'm getting the lolly stick out because it's getting near lolly stick time. Yeah, stop. Step away from the punchline, Andrew. Needs a tea towel. Yeah. He needs a wet wipe. But yeah. Yep. Gonna stop you there. I can see where that joke's going. You expect what? Which one was the python that like always dressed up as like the sergeant major would stop jokes? Level 3 settle down, thank you. Graham Chapman, wasn't it, who would just come on dressed as like a sergeant major and go, right, stop that. This is very silly. Just walk off. And I remember reading somewhere that originally happened because they had a joke that they weren't sure how to end. They had like a whole sketch, but they weren't sure how to like bring it to the conclusion. Yeah, so they just chucked Graham Chapman in and just was like, tell the joke to stop. So yeah, ratify your settle down. You're like, this is a very mild settle down. This is a very stern settle down. There needs to ratify your settle down levels. We've got magpie business. Bird. What doing, magpie? Where'd you go? Yeah, ISO standard settle down scale. Bird. A tiny burn on my eyelid after getting my brows waxed. There is nothing I like about that sentence. First world problem as hell. That legit sounds awful though. That does not sound enjoyable at all. A tiny burn on your eyelid. Ow! Suddenly, magpie. I love you even though you do poo on me. 3 or 4 times a day. Describe your adult life. It's like, well, right, gang, let me check the time. What is the time? What is the time? Yeah, I need to be going. I need to be returning to work. Doesn't hurt much unless I looked in the mirror. Yeah, it sounds, yeah. I have to wait for a wee after eating wasabi peas and calls himself a crisis. Yeah, I imagine that would be, I mean, yeah. That doesn't sound like fun at all as the owner and operator of, you know, that sounds terrible. I would not enjoy that at all. Right, I'm afraid I've got to get back to work, gang. Sorry about being a bit short today, but in my defence, the burrito was massive and nice. So if you just stumbled across us on Twitch and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. Thanks for scrolling all the socials and stuff. If you prefer, you can just go to sophiethemagpie.com. Right, cheers everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. You almost said Twitter. I nearly did. I was on the edge of saying Twitter. I've said it so many times. Anyway, I gotta go. Cheers, gang. See you later.